Welcome to the Muscular and Flexibility topic of your HOPE course. When you click on the Lessons tab, you will select the fourth circle on the right-hand side of the screen to read all of the lessons in the Muscular and Flexibility topic. Here's some information that you need to know to complete your milestone and your project, as well as your DBA and eventually your final exam. You'll need to be able to describe flexibility and muscular training, safety tips to follow when performing your workouts, the function of your ligaments, tendons, and muscles, different types of stretching and when each one is appropriate, location of the major muscle groups of your body, the difference between muscular strength and muscular endurance, and you need to understand basic flexibility exercises as well as basic muscular exercises, training equipment, and application of training principles, which are the sport and the fit principles. Your workout log looks a little bit different for the muscular and flexibility topic. You'll actually have two goals to set for yourself. One is a flexibility goal and one is a muscular goal. You'll then complete a flexibility chart, which is where you're going to perform certain stretches and how long you hold each one. You'll need to make sure you're doing this on at least 3 days throughout your workout. You'll also have a flexibility chart to fill out where you're doing different muscular strength exercises, and you'll need to include the number of sets, reps, and resistance. Resistance means how much weight did you use to complete that exercise. You'll also have your regular workout log, which is where you'll include your 360 minutes of workout time. Your flexibility exercises and your muscular exercises from the two charts can count as two of the different types of exercises on your workout log. So make sure to time how long you've done those exercises. You'll answer your reflection questions in complete sentences, and you'll make sure to complete your fitness test comparison, which is where you're going to redo your push-up test. The milestone 1 is asking you to create a teaching tool that is creatively designed in a format that will capture the interest of your audience, and it needs to identify at least 5 benefits of participating in regular flexibility and muscular training. You need to make sure you're explaining the function of muscles, tendons, ligaments, and joints and how they work together to produce movement. The teaching tool needs to identify the location of major muscle groups, tendons, ligaments, and joints of the human body. As always, please make sure you're using proper spelling, capitalization, and grammar. Here's a sample that can actually be found in the course. You can see that they've created a chalkboard that includes the top 5 reasons to do stretching and muscular training exercises. They have included the major muscle group locations, and then they've also done a diagram to show how all the tendons, ligaments, muscles, bones, and joints work together to produce movement. You'll then move on to your project, and you're going to need to choose one of the 3 choices. There will be 3 different choices that you can choose in regards to what kind of class you're going to gear your project to. You can see exactly what needs to be included in the rubric and how many points are allocated to each part. Let's look at a sample together to see how we can organize this project. You can see they explain their class and the strengths and weaknesses that they have. They include safety tips for the class to follow when they are performing their exercises. And then they give a schedule of the flexibility exercises that will need to be performed each day. They have Monday, and they've listed the stretches that they're going to do, how many reps, and how long to hold each one. They do this for each day of the week. So here's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The next part is where they apply the sport principles to the flexibility part of the workout, and it's continued here where they explain how to apply overload or the fit principles to the workout. They then move on to the muscular exercises for each day of the week, and here's where she includes the location of each of the muscle groups. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then again, she applies the sport principles to the muscular part of the workout. so that needs to be done separately, as well as overload / the fit principles. The rubric then asks you to include equipment that the class will use costing less than $25. So we see that we have a dumbbell, we have a resistance band, and it's only $23.24. And here are some free items that you can use at no charge. Good luck completing your muscular and flexibility assignments, and your teacher looks forward to completing your DBA with you soon.